Shalom, shalom, Israel. First off, I want to give all honor and glory unto Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, right? And this video I'm beginning to is going to be titled, Come Out of Her, My People, right? Because the Most High God said, come out of the wicked ways of America, right? Spiritual Sodom and Gomorrah, spiritual Egypt, right? Babylon, right? Come out of the false religions, right? Come out of the false philosophies, right? Come out of the fornications of this wicked America, right? Come out of all that that sodomite activity that you do, right? Most High God said, come out of all these wicked ways, right? I'm going to start off with Revelation chapter 18 and verse 4, and it reads, And I heard another voice from heaven saying, Come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues. So the Most High God said, come out of her, my people, that we don't be partakers of her sin, because America only promotes sin, right? All type of manners of wickedness they promote here, right? So the Most High God said to come up out of that, right? Because Most High God's going to destroy America. And if you're partaking in her sins, you're going to be destroyed along with them, right? Verse 5, For her sins have reached unto heaven, and Yahweh hath remembered her iniquities, right? So the sins of this wicked place has reached up to the heavens, right? And the Most High hath remembered her iniquities, her sins, right? They just stacking up. And the Most High God, he's going to come and he's going to destroy this place, just like he did in Sodom and Gomorrah, right? They promote the same thing here, right? They promote homosexuality. They say a man can be with a man, a woman can be with a woman. They could turn a man into a woman turn into a man. Right now they have men having babies, right? This place is just wicked. It's going against everything the Most High God has set up. They're going against it, right? So the Most High God said, come out of her, because he's going to destroy this place. And if you don't come out of her, you're going to be destroyed right along with America, right? Thus said the Lord, right? And by these thermonuclear bombs that he's going to send here in World War III, right? Verse 6, reward her even as she rewarded you, and double unto her, double according to her works, right? So the Most High God, he's going to reward this place just like they rewarded us, right? He's going to reward America double, right? For all the sin they have committed and all the wickedness they have put out there in this world, right? Because they have caused all nations to go off, right? That's why everyone wants to come here to America, right? And they want to be like the so-called white man, right? It says, reward her even as she rewarded you, and double unto her, double according to her works, right? And what kind of works do they have? They don't follow none of these law, statute, commandments in this Bible. Their works are wicked deeds and evil, wicked thoughts and acts that they commit, right? So they're going to be rewarded double for their works. And the cup which she hath filled, fill her double, right? So she's going to get double of what she put out there, right? Verse 7, how much she hath how much she hath glorified herself and lived deliciously, so much torment and sorrow give her, right? Because America lives, they glorify themselves and they live deliciously, right? America goes around and robbing everyone for their spoils, and then they turn around and have other countries and other nations come and buy their own resources back from them, right? Everyone wants to come to America and trade here, right? And sell their goods, right? Everyone wants to have something to do with America. So America is living deliciously, right? It says, so much torment and sorrow give her, right? Give this wicked place so much sorrow and so much sorrow and torment, right? For she saith in her heart, I sit a queen, I am no widow, and shall see no sorrow, right? Because America is proud, right? This is a proud people, right? America is very proud, right? To go around and to rape, rob, and murder all these different countries and then set up your armies there, right? These people are wicked and very proud, right? The white man, the so-called white man, sits and tries to be as the Most High God, right? He said he will build and who will bring them down. But the Most High God said they shall build, and the Most High God said he will throw down. Salakia. Paraphrasing. Verse 8. Therefore shall her plagues come in one day. The Most High God said her plagues are going to come in one day, right? This place is going to be destroyed in one day, right? When them thermonuclear bombs come, when the World War III pops off, they're going to destroy this place, America. It's prophesied already. It says, therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death and mourning and famine, and she shall be utterly burnt with fire. For strong is the Lord God who judgeth her, right? So this place is going to be utterly burnt with fire, right? Thermonuclear bombs. This place is going to be blown up. There's going to be nothing left of this place, right? For all the wickedness that they have committed and put out there in this earth, the Most High God is going to reward this place double. So we have to come up out of America. Does that literally mean to get up and leave and go to another state and things like? No, he's saying come out of the wicked ways of this world, right? Spiritually, come up out of that, right? Come back to these Laws, Statutes, and Commandments and be protected by the Most High God, right? If you're an Israelite, so-called Black, Hispanic, right, Latino, Native Indians, we are the true Israelites of the Bible. We're the children of Israel. So we have to come out the ways of America. And if you don't, you're going to be partakers of her sin, and you're going to be destroyed with this fire, right? You're going to be utterly burnt, right? Right? I'm going to keep reading on. Because the kings of the earth, it says, right? And the kings of the earth who have committed fornication and lived deliciously with her shall bewail her and lament for her when they shall see the smoke of her burning, right? The kings of the earth, right? All these other nations, all these other presidents, all these other countries out there that's committing fornication with America by coming here and selling and trading, coming here being partakers of their religions and things like that. You got people that's Asians, these monks, that they leave their religion, they come here and they want to be like the so-called white man, and they want to be Christians and Catholics and things like that, right? They all partake in her fornication, right? You got people that don't believe in homosexuality from other countries, and they come here to America and they become homosexuals, they become lesbians, right? They're following after all these false philosophies that America puts out there, right? So they're committing fornication spiritually with this wicked place, right? With America. And who runs America? Esau, so-called white man, who's putting out all these wicked deeds. It says, and the kings of the earth who have committed fornication and lived deliciously with her, right? Because they come here and they sell and they trade here, and they come here from other countries, right? And they come to America and they get rich like that, right? They get degrees like that. They get businesses like that, right? They get wealthy like that, right? So they live deliciously with this place, right? While we, the Israelites, are here and we can't even start our own business, right? Because those are curses put on us in Deuteronomy 28, right? The Most High God said we're not going to prosper in none of our ways if we don't come back to His Law, Statutes, and Commandments. But these other nations, they come here, right? And within a year or two, they already have a business blooming, right? So they're living deliciously with America, right? He says they shall be well and lament for her, right? They're going to be well. They're going to be crying when they see America get destroyed, because they're going to see, damn, we don't have nowhere to sell our goods. We can't go to America and live deliciously no more, right? They're gonna lament and bewail when they shall see the smoke of her burning, right? When they see the smoke of her burning, they're gonna cry. They're gonna lament, right? Verse 10: standing afar off for fear of her torment, saying, alas, alas, that great city Babylon, right? Spiritual Babylon, America. That mighty city, right? That mighty city, that mighty state. Everybody wants to come to America, right? For in 1 hour is thy judgment come. In 1 hour, the Most High God is going to destroy this place, right? Most like I said, in 1 hour, the judgment of America is going to come. Verse 11. And the merchants of the earth shall weep and mourn over her, for no man buyeth their merchandise anymore. Right? So all these other countries, all these other kings of the earth, they're going to cry and they're going to mourn because they ain't going to have nobody to buy their merchandise, and they ain't going to have nowhere to sell their merchandise. Right? Because everyone comes here to commit fornication with America. Right? Verse 12. The merchandise of gold and silver, precious stones, of pearls, of fine linen, of purple, of silk, of scarlet, and all of thine wood, and all the manner of vessels of ivory, and all the manner of vessels of precious wood, and of brass, and of iron, and of marble, and of cinnamon, and of odors, and ointments, and frankincense, and wine, and oil, and fine flour, and wheat, and beasts, and sheep, and horses, and chariots, and slaves, and souls of men. That's everything that America promotes here. That's everything that America sells and trades here. Right? Even souls of men, even slaves. And who is those souls of men? Who's those slaves? Those souls of men are those people, these so-called celebrities that go and sell their souls to the devil, to Esau, right? They become homosexuals. They cast away their vows, right, for money, right? Because that's the only way they're going to get famous, right? Is by committing homosexual acts with these Edomites, right? And it says, and souls of men, right? Those are the souls of men. Those people who so-called famous and they sell them souls, right? And the slaves, who's the slaves? The so-called blacks, Latinos, right? Mexican, Hispanic, Native Indians, right? It says, we are the slaves that they have here, and we're still here today in this wicked place in America, right? So we have to come up out of it and come back to the Law, Statutes, and Commandments so that we can be free in the mind and the spirit, even though we're physically still here in captivity, right? Let me get let me get 2 Corinthians 16, no, 6 and 7. Slack you. 2 Corinthians chapter 6. 2 Corinthians 6 and 7. Salakia 6 and 17. 2 Corinthians 6 and 17. Salakia. It reads, wherefore come out from among them, and be ye separate, saith the Lord, and touch not the unclean thing, and I will receive you. Right, so the Most High God said, come from among them. Come from among these heathen. Come from among these false religions and all the things that America pushes, right? Come from among all that. Come out from among all that homosexuality, from out of all that wickedness, right? Get away from that. Come back to these laws, statutes, and commandments, right? And he said, touch not the unclean thing, and he will receive us, right? Verse 18, and I will be a father unto you, and ye shall be my sons and daughters, saith the Lord Almighty, right? Let's get Isaiah 52 and 11. It's like if I start reading kind of fast, I don't want the time to run out. Isaiah 52 and 11, and it reads, depart ye, go ye out from thence, touch no unclean thing, go ye out of the midst of her, be ye clean, that bear the vessels of the Lord, right? Most High God said, depart from this wicked place, right? Come from out of her, right? Don't touch the unclean thing. Don't be following these false religions, right? Christianity, Catholicism, right? Being a Muslim, right? All these wicked things, right? Worshiping idols. Come from out of that. Come from out of all the wickedness that America promotes here, because everything they promote is against the Most High God, right? Verse 12. For ye shall not go out with haste, nor go by flight, for the Lord will go before you, and the God of Israel will be will be your reward, right? Because the Most High God, He's gonna redeem us from this place, and He's gonna get us out of here, right? We're not gonna leave by fleeing America or by taking a flight to another country, right? The Most High God said He was gonna be our reward. He's gonna redeem us, right? He's gonna beam us up with the chariots, right? When Yahushua comes back, right? So we have to come from up out of this place. Let me get Genesis 35:2. Right? Because we got to see what clean is. Genesis 35:2. So He said, don't touch the unclean thing. And be clean, that He can receive us. Genesis chapter 35 and verse 2. And it reads, Then Jacob said unto his household, and to all that were with him, put away the strange gods that are among you, and be clean, and change your garments. Right? So that's how you become clean. You put away the strange gods. You stop worshiping this damn Edomite white Jesus. Right? Stop worshiping these false religions. Virgin Mary, Buddhas, all these wickedness that these people put out there. Because they're not real gods. There's only one real God, one real living and true God. And He's the God of the Israelites. Right? The so-called blacks, Latinos, Native Indians, right? He's our true God, right? And no one else, right? So that's how you become clean, by you come from among these strange gods, right? Stay away from all that wickedness, right? The Most High God ain't dealing with it, right? Let me get Romans 13 and 11. Romans chapter 13, verse 11. Romans 13 and 11. And it reads, and that knowing the time, that now is high time to awake out of sleep. Right? Wake up. Come up out of that sleep. Right? Because a lot of our people are asleep in these false religions. They don't know what's going on. Right? You got to wake up out of that. That didn't mean you taking a nap and you wake up. You're saying come up out of the ways of this world. Put away those strange gods. Wake up. Right? You spiritually dead. Wake up. It says, for now is our salvation nearer than we believe. Right? Our salvation is nearer than we believe. Right? Yahushua could come anytime. We're living in the last days. He can pop up anytime. Right? And when He pops up, you want to be ready. Right? Because if He pops up and you worshiping some strange gods and you're in the ways, partaking in the ways of America, hey, you're going to be utterly burnt with fire. Right? Verse 12. The night is far spent. The day is at hand. Let us therefore cast off the works of darkness. Right? Cast off all the works of darkness. Right? If you're a homosexual, hey, put that away. Right? If you're a lesbian, cut that out. Right? If you're eating swine flesh, put that off. Right? You smoking weed and smoking cigarettes, hey, put that down. Right? If you've been a drunkard, slow it down, chill out. You can drink, but moderately. Right? If you committing fornication, hey, you're going to get it if you don't repent. Right? Adultery, don't do that. We have to love our brothers as we love ourselves. So if you love your brother, you follow the Laws, Statutes and Commandments, you're going to know better than to do these things. Come from out from amongst the ways of America. Right? It says, and let us put on the armor of the light. Right? And what's the light? Salakia. Proverbs 6 and 23. Go to Proverbs chapter 6. And 23. Right? It said, put on the armor of the light. Right? And the light is what? Proverbs 6 and 23. For the commandment is a lamp. Right? The commandment is a lamp. And the law is light. And reproofs of instruction are the way of life. Right? So the commandment is a lamp and the law is light. These law, statutes, and commandment is the light. Right? We have to put on the armor of these law, statute, commandments. We have to walk in these law, statutes, and commandments. Right? Verse 13, Romans chapter 13:13. It says, let us walk honestly as in the day, not in rioting and drunkenness, not in chambering and wantons, not in strife and envying, but put ye on the Lord Yahushai HaMashiach, right? Whom the world calls Jesus Christ. And make no provision for the flesh to fulfill the lust of the flesh, right? Don't walk in the flesh, right? Walk in the spirit, right? Let me get 1 Corinthians 15:34. 1 Corinthians 15:34. And it reads, awake to righteousness and sin not, for some have not the knowledge of God. I speak this to your shame, right? So he said, awake to righteousness, right? Come up out of that sleep, come up out of the ways of America and awake to righteousness, right? Come back to these laws, statutes, and commandments. And what is righteousness? Let's get it. Deuteronomy 6:25. Call Halam Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, right? All praise to the Most High. It says Deuteronomy 6:25, and it shall be our righteousness if we observe to do all these commandments before the Lord our God, as he hath commanded us. So that's righteousness, to do these laws, statutes, commandments, right? As the Most High God has commanded us, right? So awake to righteousness and sin not, for some have not the knowledge of God, right? Some people don't get this knowledge of the Most High God, right? So if the Most High calls you, right, to come into this truth, you need to follow these laws, statutes, commandments, right? Like Yahushua said, my sheep hear my voice. So if you're called, and you're one of those sheep, you need to be walking in these laws, statutes, commandments. Come up out of the ways of America, right? Let me get Isaiah 52:1. Isaiah 52. Isaiah 52 and verse 1. It reads, awake, awake, put on the strength of Zion, put on the beautiful garments of Jerusalem, the holy city. From henceforth there shall no more come into the Shalakia. From henceforth there shall no more come into thee the uncircumcised and the unclean. Right? So we have to put on the garments, right? These beautiful garments. We have to be clean. Because when Yahushua comes back and your garments are not clean, right? You're still walking in sin. You're gonna be stained. You're gonna be put to death. So we have to awake to righteousness, come back to these law, statutes, commandments, change our garments and be clean, right? Let me get Ephesians 6:10. Ephesians. Book of Ephesians, chapter 6, and verse 10. And it reads, finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord and in the power of his might. Put on the whole armor of Yahweh, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. Right? Put on the whole armor of the Most High God. For we wrestle not against the flesh and blood, but against principalities and against powers, against the rulers of darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. Right? So we're not warring against the flesh. We're warring against, high powers. Right? We're all warring against rulers of darkness of this world. Right? So we have to put on that whole armor. Wherefore take unto you the whole armor of God, that ye may be able to withstand in the evil day, and having done all to stand, right? Verse 14, stand therefore having your loins girt about with truth, right? So we have to stand with our loins girt about with truth and having the breastplate of righteousness, right? Verse 15, and your feet shod with preparations of the gospel of peace, above all taking the shield of faith, wherewith ye shall be able to quench all the fiery darts of the wicked, and take the helmet of salvation and the sword of the Spirit, which is the word of Yahweh. Right? So we have to be armored up, right? And we have to be girded about with the truth, right? Let me go to the book of Psalms. Right here. Psalms 119 and 142. Psalms 119 and 142. Right? See what the truth is. It says, thy righteousness is a everlasting righteousness, and thy law is the truth. Right? So our loins have to be, our loins have to be, Salakia. Our loins have to be girded about with the truth, right? With these law, statutes, and commandments, right? Colossians 2 and 8. We get Colossians chapter 2 and 8. And it reads, beware lest any man spoil you through false, Shalakia. Beware lest any man spoil you through philosophy and vain deceit, and after the traditions of men, after the rudiments of the world, and not after Hamashiach, right? So beware lest America spoils you through false philosophy, right? And deceit, right? So you want to make sure you walk in truth, and you putting off the ways of this world. Come up out of it. But Lord willing, this video is edifying to at least one person, right? To one Israelite, brother or sister. To the next video, I bid you a shalom.